Max Laverne, hello, how are you going?
Oh, I'm well, Doctor. Thanks. Hi.
Is it a little teary? Is it a little bittersweet to be in the penultimate A to Z of shit music ever?
Oh, it's heaps bittersweet. I've just been lying around all day. I just alternately crying and gnashing my teeth. And then just, sort of getting more misty-eyed and just reminiscing.
I know. Well, we have been doing a bit of reminiscing, and I think if people have just, turned on the radio and gone, A to Z of shit music, this sounds interesting, but you're up to Y. I feel like I've missed so much. Well, first of all, stop talking in that silly voice. And secondly, check this out.
We're going to take a trip through the alphabet from A to Z and bring people up to speed on all the terrible music they might have missed. We're going to start today with a band who combine two of the four pillars of music that sucks: new metal and novelty covers.
Hey, you okay? You okay? You okay? And you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal.
I quote Terry Corso from Alien Ant Farm, "Wouldn't it be cool if the human species were placed on Earth and cultivated by alien intelligence? Kind of like what a kid does with an ant farm."
She likes me for me, not because I hang with Leonardo.
That song actually had a higher pop culture reference per minute ratio than Scary Movie or Scary Movie 2 or, Doctor, if you can believe this, Scary Movie 3.
Whatever tickles your fancy, girls, me and you like Sid and Nancy. So sexy.
That just captures the essence of love for me. Crazy Town formed in 1995 when Brett Epic Mazur and Seth Shifty Shellshock Binzer decided to go halves on a pair of extra long cargo shorts. Between 95 and 99, they accumulated other dudes who wanted in on some shorts. And then it hit me. All of Dido's songs are exactly the same. So I did what anyone else would do. And today, it's everyone's favourite gothy new metal band fronted by a screechy Christian lady, Evanescence.
Wake me up inside. Wake me up inside.
A complicated song. As well as singing about stuff he was more than, he sang about stuff he wanted, like special things and sex up the bottom.
Looking for special things inside of me.
A lot of bands are boring, but they keep it to themselves, and that's where the Goo Goo Dolls are different.
And I told the world to see me.
That's their 1998 smash hit Iris, which they callously and deliberately inserted into City of Angels, thus forever imbuing it with the emotional heft of Cage and Ryan's masterful performances. What? Girl, you make it hard to be faithful? I'm not sure I like the way this is going. If he cheats on his wife with some hoe, he will write her a shitty grunge ballad in which he implicitly blames her for his shortcoming.
I'm going to suggest a language warning.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And now, the Australian government reluctantly presents another
Triple J strong language alert.
Triple J. Triple J.
Niagara Falls and the pyramids. Everything you believed in as kids. Fucking rainbows. After it rains, there's enough miracles here to blow your brain.
If that doesn't make you stop and think, I mean really think, then maybe magnets will.
Water, fire, air, and dirt. Fucking magnets. How do they work?
Baby, I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time.
I'm not saying the fact that he and Ashanti made a song about being on time is a bad thing. I think punctuality is a terrific quality in a partner. So that's 1 point for you, Ja Rule.
Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. 'Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back.
Going to give Kesha the benefit of the doubt and assume she's not brushing her teeth with the bottle of Jack, because I got to tell you, glass is seriously ineffective in the removal of plaque. When you're 40 and spitting out rotten teeth on the sidewalk, you're going to wish you disinfected your mouth with bourbon whiskey more regularly. We could have gone with Len, Lit, Linkin Park, The Lighthouse Family, Lazaro's Dog, Lenny Kravitz, Los Del Rio, Lifehouse, Julianne Rhymes.
Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
If you haven't been keeping track of the time, here's what's going on.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. IMP, Biscuit is right here.
Yep, it's Fred Durst from Limp Biscuit rhyming right here with right here.
So where the fuck you at, punk? Shut the fuck up and back the fuck up while we fuck this track up.
Where are you? Shut up and pack up your things or we'll ruin our own song. That is a confusing series of requests followed by a bizarrely non-threatening threat. I don't know how to feel. The gently lilting guitars are ideal for covering up the greedy smacking of your guest's chops. The gentle rhythm of the cymbals covers up the awkward clinking of silver cutlery on porcelain, and Adam Levine's gently soaring falsetto sticks out just enough for someone to describe it as nice.
And the beautiful thing, Max, is if you were listening to Triple J on digital radio, you would have seen a video montage come across your screen of us just walking around and throwing rocks across rivers, and Limp Bizkit and Alien Ant Farm just hanging out with Blessed Union of Souls and Dido.
It's really a shame that you all don't have digital radio, so you couldn't see that. It was lovely shooting it as well.
Yeah.
Because as it turns out, Limp Bizkit quite a fan of this segment, and they agreed to just appear.
They did. Hey, thanks, Fred. Coming up next, we're up to letter Y, and it's, I'm feeling quite emotional. Well, we've been from Alien Ant Farm, Blessed Union of Souls and Crazy Town, all the way through to Maroon 5 in the best of that we just heard. And we've been all the way to Y in real life.
Yes, we have. Here we are at the letter Y, and today we're going to talk about a man whom we wouldn't be talking about if this segment was any different to what it actually is, which it isn't. This is a segment about shit music. It's not about shit hair or shit bone structure or shit brooding gaze. If it was about any of those things, there's no way we could talk about Pete Yorn, because he has great hair at all times and beautiful bone structure and, my God, Doctor, such a brooding gaze. Unfortunately, though, he makes shit music and apparently has terrible diction.
Looking for the new thing, and you were the sunshine, in my front line.
That's Live on a Chain from Pete Yorn's music for the morning after. It doesn't make much of a difference if you do know what he's actually singing there. I was looking for the new thing, and you were the sunshine heading my front line. I'll give you a second there to reflect on how little sense that makes. Looking for the new thing, were you, Pete Yorn? Could you please be more non-specific? The new thing, I'm out looking for it. Here's what I think. When Pete Yorn wrote that song, he tossed off a few lines and then went back and replaced all the nouns with different nouns that rhyme. He wasn't worried about making sense. You were the sunshine heading my front line could have been you were the necktie heading my cream pie, or you were the crack pipe heading my baby wipe. And in fact, it should have been both of those instead of what it really was. And actually, if you
were the toss pot swimming in my crock pot.
Exactly, yes, yeah. If you have any other potential Pete Yorn two-syllable rhyming nouns that you'd like to contribute, well,
You are the dance floor swimming in my crack whore.
Yeah.
Or the other way around.
That's great.
Yes.
You could be the next Pete Yorn.
19757 with your two-syllable bad rhymes, Pete Yorn style.
But let's not get bogged down in the calculated blandness of just one Pete Yorn song. Here's another one. And why would you open your mouth to sing? I mean, sure, that's the done thing, but I say kudos to Pete Yorn for throwing off the yoke of proper enunciation. That album came out in 2001, and Pete Yorn has released 3 more solo albums since then, or that album 3 more times, depending on how you look at it. Here, listen to this. Why, that's just 3 songs, one apiece from each of Pete Yorn's last 3 albums, charting his development as an artist from snoozeworthy Snorefest to Then last year, Pete Yorn did something crazy.
Would you talk to me? Would you talk to me?
He collaborated with Scarlett Johansson. Not only that, but he did it after her debut solo album of Tom Waits covers, also known as Oh, OK, So God Doesn't Exist, came out. What was he thinking? She still can't sing, and she still can't do it with any charisma. Here's another bit of that same song.
Would you talk to me?
Doctor, you know how sometimes artists of different backgrounds will collaborate because they share a creative outlook or are inspired by similar things? Wilco and Billy Bragg, Aerosmith and Run DMC, Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. Do you want to take a guess as to why Scarlett Johansson and Pete Yorn collaborated?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, actually, it's because his brother is her lawyer. So there's that connection, which is pretty much as boring as it gets, which is also what that album is. But cop a load of this. Pete Yorn said that the concept for the album was realised in a dream he had. It's probably fair to say there are a lot of people who have had dreams about collaborating with Scarlett Johansson, but they don't get to, and he did, which is another reason why Pete Yorn and his boring music is shit. So there.
Looking for the new thing, and you were the sunshine, in my front line.
And thank you very much to Ryan. You are the butt licker stuck to my bumper sticker. You are someone else. You are the road train eating hot dogs in my mainframe.
Yep.
You are the feng shui lighting my new day. I think that was from that song. I think you've just gone to lyrics.com. Something about snake bats. You're the blood nut. Something about my dying in my crushed hut.
Yeah, that's a stretch, isn't it? You're the blood nut dying in my crushed hut. Wow.
Oh, Max Laverne. Next week is not only the final in the A to Z of shit music, the letter Z, but we're going to find out what's going to be happening for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And for the rest of time.
Yeah.
How very exciting.
Can't wait to see what turns